What is going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of WCW Thursday Thunder. Now, I know we just had one, but having too much fun. We're going to do it some more. So, shout out to Solo, always buying the ticket. You know what I mean? Always buying the ticket. Iffy, what is going on? Everybody out in the Bay, we have got a lot of things happening now. This is the go-home show before... Look at this, all jacked up. Yesterday, I moved my camera around a little bit and just jacked a bunch of things up, you know. But this is the go-home show before Fall Brawl, so you would think that there's not a whole lot of things going on, but then you would be surprised because what is happening? I know, we even did the sound check, but what is happening in the main event? Shyanne Davis in a dream match against Ozzy. We got the greatest Universal World Champion going up against the greatest WCW Women's World Champion with the Women's World title belt on the line. Big business. To start off the show, we are going to have Blackheart versus Angel, Heather D versus Mimi, Samantha Walker and the Walker sisters going after the NWO and Melinda G's title, the WCW Women's Television Championship. Vanessa LeVay going after Lexi Hart for the Women's Hardcore title. The Gatecrashers going up against Sid B and Anita. Jake Plague and Paul the Thing. This is another one of those matches that you just want to see. Two big guys getting after it in the ring. Then you've got the NWO going after the Corporate Syndicate in a tag match. And you know you want to see more of it. You've seen a little bit of it. You got to want to see more of it. JP versus Jay Savage. So let's go ahead and get this show started. The other thing, in the last episode for the bonus footage, we showed you the title belt. The actual title belt we're going to be fighting for later on in the year. But today, we talked about the performance hall, the performance show. I don't want to call it the minor leagues, but where we can really develop some of the talent, get them on a roll and bring them up into the WCW better. We have got not just the hall done. We have got the title belts done. We've got the structure done. We've got the show set up. So following Fall Brawl, we're going to have the Monday Night Nitro. We're going to have the Wednesday WCW versus WWE, the Monday Night Wars Arena. We got that done. We're going to have Thursday Thunder, and then we are going to have the TWC Performance Hall show. People are going to go back to that. We're going to see some debuts, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So, we will get a sneak peek at all that stuff coming up after Thunder. But let's not look what's going on right now. Now, what's crazy about WWE 2K25, there's a lot of things going on with something called the Island of Relevancy. What is it going to mean? That's what the bonus podcast will kind of be about, looking at 2K25.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, accompanied by Sam Hacksaw, representing the corporation from Port-au-Prince, Haiti, weighing in at 266 pounds. The WCW Underground Internet Champion, Blackheart.
So you see Sam Hacksaw escorting Blackheart down to the ring right now. Blackheart, a former WCW World champion. What is going on, Shockwave Wrestling? Welcome to the stream. Guys, too, we've got two of the guys that do it really well. Go check out Shockwave Wrestling's channel. Go check out the SSU partner with the WCW. Go check out Solo Season Universe's channel. Lots of cool stuff. And he is going to have a show going on here today. Maybe even two shows if we're lucky. But definitely one. Now, one of the interesting things here about the corporate syndicate, that is good to hear, Shock. But one of the interesting things about the corporate syndicate, these guys own 3 of the 4, at least on the men's side. I'm not even counting the women's side, but on the men's side, 3 of the 4 WCW Special Series title belts right now. So, while the NWO is collecting the main title belts right now, you don't want to sleep on it.
Representing the Wolfpack from San Juan, Puerto Rico, weighing in at 239 pounds, Archangel Angel.
But you don't want to sleep on the work that they're doing right now. Wolfpack, too, is another thing. Angel's starting to step up. Jakai just became Mr. WCW Money in the Bank, so he will, at any time he wants, have a shot at the WCW World Title Belt. Angel, a former world champion already, so no wonder Jakai wanted to bring Angel on and get him into the Wolfpack. But can Angel kind of fast track himself? We've seen Matt Storm do it. Can Angel become the next one that is going to fast track himself in there? And of course, Sped's like, hey, forget the thing. We're not even going to pretend like we're trying to get there. We're just going to get there. So, you know I love you, Sped. Thank you very much. So, we will now, no matter what, have the bonus thing where we will talk about the Island of Relevancy. I want to get some of you guys on. I know what people say it could be. But what if it's not? What if it's better? So I want to get some people on. I want to talk about it. Not just from a negative. I'll discuss the negative, but not from a negative. I want some people to come up with some positive ideas of what the Island of Relevancy could be. Because that will be interesting. Now, along with the TWC, the kind of the performance hall, with some of the wrestlers going back to start that, there's going to be some shocking people that go down to get that thing going. Because look, at the end of the day, the TWC, it's going to be a show. It's got to be great. We're going to have good competition down there. So the people that don't find themselves wrapped up in a hard storyline right now in WCW are going to end up in the TWC. Is that where they're staying? No, but the TWC has a world championship, it has an intercontinental championship, and it has a tag team championship on the men's side. On the women's side, it has a world and a tag team championship. Those are the 5 titles. That is it. So there are still title belts down there to do. You know what I'm saying? Nice. So there's still title belts down there. It's still big business going on down there. But it will give us a chance, especially with the number of wrestlers we have, to see the wrestlers that aren't really directly involved in storylines. It'll give us a chance to see some of the wrestlers, like we haven't seen a lot of Kedry. We'll get to see a lot of him. We haven't seen a lot, really, of quite a few people. So right now we've got 43 wrestlers that are going to get that thing started. We're going to have people, when they make their debut, they will not debut directly in the WCW. they will debut down in TWC. What's going on? The champ has made it in. Matt Storm, what is happening? Welcome to the show. Hey, I'm telling you too, the title belt that we've got now, the one that we're going to be fighting for, 7.7 pounds. It is not some cheap thing. The thing costs some money. So yeah, very interesting stuff with that. Yeah, we're gonna have, and I'm not gonna ruin that part of it, but the game is gonna announce what TWC means. Not exactly what I want it to mean, but yeah, basically TWC is gonna be NXT for the WCW. And look at this, these two guys, I've been watching the match, a lot of announcements that we've been making here in this first match, but look at the state of these two guys. Angel already split open. Him and Blackheart now standing in the center of the ring, letting it go, letting the hands fly. Huge chops, overhand rights going on, but Blackheart with the chops, and that is typically the elbow that sets up the nail in the coffin. But yeah, not even waiting around a little bit. Blackheart getting right and staying right in the middle of the action. And this is the part of the match that you might think, oh, I got to get some separation from Black. You do not want to get any separation from Blackheart right now. Even though Blackheart is taking it to you, you want to be able to stay in. You give Blackheart a step and a half, you're getting the nail in the coffin, game over. Nail in the coffin, game over. All over but the crying. Watch. Blackheart, I mean, he's letting it go, and look, finally. Fighting back, and Angel sees what is going on. Angel sees what could happen, so trying to stay in. Very smart on his part. Swinging neck breaker. And now Black starting to feel it. Angel getting up to his feet. Black steps back, and there it is. Nail in the coffin. And that is all over but the crying.
Here is your winner, Black Heart.
So Blackheart showing you, and in that match we had two former WCW World Champions going after it. Matter of fact, I believe Angel beat Black for his very first world title, or Black beat Angel. I can't remember which way it went, but one beat the other for their first championship. So quite the match to start off Thursday Thunder. Yeah, the Island of Relevancy, it's going to be interesting. I hope it's not the city. I hope it's something different. But that's what we'll talk about. So we've hit the goal already, so we will have that stream. We will be talking about it. But I want to hear, I'm giving you guys the heads up. I want to hear some of your ideas, positive ideas on what you think it could be. I'm going to go over all the negative ideas to start off the podcast. But I want to hear your positive ideas, like what possibly do you think it could be? Now, something interesting, we did hear that Mimi and Phoenix are the last two women on the Syndicate Corporation side to join, but we haven't seen an outfit to prove it. We've seen the way the corporate syndicate dresses. We haven't seen one from Mimi or from Phoenix. Will we see it here tonight? Yeah, look, I mean, look, at the end of the day, if Totes was on a big losing streak, that's where he's going, TWC.
Representing the NWO from Huntsville, Alabama, Heather.
But that's one of those things, too. I think once you win a world title belt, you're kind of out of it. You know what I mean? I take all of our world champions out of doing the minor shows as well. So we still have everything set up the same. I will show you what it looks like afterwards. I'll even show you some of the people that are in, that are going to start off in that thing. But you look at it, if there was 40 people in the development league and 60 up on the top, like, you're going to start seeing people a lot more, you know what I mean? So it's an absolutely good thing. I hope we can make it happen the way I see it happening in my head. That would be amazing. So hopefully we can get that done. But right now, the leader of the NWO on the women's side making her way down to the ring, getting ready to go head-to-head with a member of the corporate syndicate.
Representing the corporation from Sin City,
So Mimi taking her own style and business casual right to the limit, right to the edge. Still coming out, has the Order of the Phoenix playing in the background, but you can see a definite change to Mimi's normal look. And that's what they do. Look, corporate syndicate, they got a dress code. You got to follow it. You know what I mean? But big stuff going on here tonight. Stuff that we got to look at. We're going to have quite a few matches where the WCW is facing up against either the NWO or the corporate syndicate. We're going to have the matches where they're facing up against each other too. So every group trying to make a little bit of headway, trying to get a little bit of time, a little bit of whatever to get the momentum going in to Fall Brawl. Now, one of the more interesting things with Heather's moveset and Mimi's moveset, they both do the same thing. And again, I don't even know. First time this season that it's happened, and it's only with these two wrestlers. So I thought it would be interesting to have these two fighting against each other, because once they gain a finishing move, it doesn't stop. Every time they do something, they regain a finishing move. So they do the finishing move and regain their finishing move. So, absolutely unreal. We don't always see them use it. We see Heather use it more than Mimi, but we have seen Mimi do like 2, 3, 4 finishers back to back to back to back. So that's how we know it happens. And it's the same with Heather. And look at that. I thought she missed, and she kind of missed, but still caught just enough of it to knock Heather off her feet. But Heather got back out, catches the rope, slows it down, which jacks up Mimi's timing right there, and then ends up delivering a big knee. And Sentinel, I don't know if I said this, but what is going on, brother? Welcome to the stream. Sentinel, the greatest WCW champion of all time. Matt Storm trying to change that right now. But as it stands, Sentinel still the greatest WCW Men's World Champion. So there are times that have happened throughout this season where we have seen Mimi get on an absolute roll, where we have seen Heather get on an absolute roll. Can one of these women tonight use a win here? And not something we normally see. Heather diving through and not trying to hit Mimi into the barricade. Absolutely catches her and does a swinging DDT right onto the mat right there. Heather finds a way to block the Mohawk torpedo, and the referee has her count up to 3. And just look out in the crowd right now. You can look out, you see maybe some Rey Mysterio stuff, but you see a lot of NWO stuff going on out there. A lot of NWO. The crowd here tonight definitely excited to see the New World Order. And now here we go. Can Heather get it in? The H-bomb. No, Mimi catches the leg, doesn't let her do it, turns it around. Here's the Mia Moore and hits the Mia Moore, but instead of going into her normal nonchalant pinning motion, goes into a hard pin, and Heather able to kick out in 2. Maybe now getting that turnbuckle pad off of there. Staying in control of the match. Heather showing her, though, she does not appreciate it. And then takes Mimi and throws her into her own trap. Mimi set the trap. Heather springs it on her, though. So absolutely crazy. Mimi now goes, tries to return the favor, but the referee blocks the leader of the NWO getting thrown into that turnbuckle. And these are the kind of things that make you wonder, does the NWO have the referees on their payroll? Maybe it's not all the referees, but I am starting to wonder if it isn't this one. Now these ladies like taking it to the outside, have been taking it to the outside all match. Mimi now the one, the instigator, going to the outside. And look, we've seen Heather kick out of the Mia Moore already. Even with Mimi not using the nonchalant pin that she normally uses. Is she taking it out here right now to try to inflict more damage faster? Is that what is going on? No title belts on the line, so you could absolutely win this match by a count out. But I don't think either of these women want to do that. When you're looking at the corporation and the NWO going head to head, they've got things they want to prove to the other faction, the other super mega group. And we haven't seen groups this big ever. And there it is again. Heather has got the number of the Mohawk torpedo. Mimi unable to hit it outside the ring, unable to hit it inside the ring, but able to hit other moves. And now this could be it. Setting up for it again. The Mia Moore. Is it over? And it could be nonchalant pin. 2, 3, and the corporation will take the victory in this match.
Here is your winner, May.
So funny, sound like something was going on, and something was. Somehow, I don't know if you guys could hear it, I don't know how you couldn't, but somehow we had some speakers playing game sound, so a little bit weird, but Mimi getting a big win here tonight over Heather. So here's another one of those things where when you look at it, could absolutely change the way things are going. You got the Walker sisters coming in right now trying to get one up right here on the New World Order. Will they be able to do it? And this isn't just any match. Normally, when you're looking at the WCW women's title, it is a straight one-on-one, just a heads-up match. One pin, one tap, whatever, one and done, right? Not what is going to happen in this match here tonight. Tonight, this is a hardcore match.
Is a 2 out of 3 falls match. That is for the WCW Women's Undisputed World Television Championship.
And as you just heard, it is a 2 out of 3 falls match. So, serious business being done right here. Still, the WCW Women's Television title is on the line. And now coming down to the ring is the Walker sisters. Will they be able to get their hands on some gold here tonight? And then we have seen this quite a bit, and I think the Walker sisters realize this as well. If you are going to be facing a member of the NWO, if you're going to be facing a team of the NWO, they are probably not coming down by themselves. So the fact that Samantha Walker has brought down both of her sisters, probably very smart, because you know the NWO is not traveling by themselves either. The NWO will make sure that either it's a fair match or the match is tilted towards the New World Order. Oh yeah, not in my world. But now it's almost like you look at Matt Storm coming on strong, becoming on the men's side, getting recruited to winning the world champion and the United States champion is exactly what has happened on the women's side, where Melinda holds not only the United States title, which that belt not on the line in this match, but also the WCW World Television title. NWO, to be fair, holding a lot of gold belts. So WCW and the corporate syndicate trying to change that up. But like the corporate syndicate is holding a lot of the special series title belts. All of the title belts give you a boost. So doesn't matter what you're holding, as long as you're holding it. Some boost a little bit more than others, obviously, but
introducing the challenger from Tokyo, Japan, the Hammer, Samantha Walker.
Oh, that's the best looking belt in the game.
From Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, the WCW Women's Undisputed World Television Champion, and the WCW Women's United States Champion, the Mechanic, Melandra Gutierrez.
Now, Melinda tied with Mimi. Mimi able to defend the WCW television title twice before the unification of the light heavyweight title got involved as well. But Mimi pre-unification, Melinda post-unification, both though have defended the television title 5 times. With a win here tonight, Melinda G could break that record. And look at that, right off the bat, understanding how aggressive Melinda has been, even as early as Monday Night Nitro, getting to watch the tape. Samantha coming out as fast and as hard as she could possibly come. Can Melinda kind of withstand the initial attack, the initial offense from Samantha, and then get things turned back around? Oh, tried to get her right there, and look at that. Runs right through the clothesline and then gives a big shoulder block like she was playing in a football game. Taking Melinda down to the ground. Now, you look at the weight of both of these women. Now, there's been controversy maybe in other universes, but in this one, these two are actually very similar in size. Goes for the pin. And already a 2 count. And you can see Melinda a little bit shocked probably by what is going on. Probably can't believe what is happening right here. We haven't seen this in quite some time. Now hooking the leg again, and this time not even a 1 count. So maybe Melinda's starting to get her senses about her, starting to realize what is going on, and maybe starting to formulate a plan right here. Is she maybe trying to suck Stephanie in now? Let Stephanie believe she's got the advantage, but look at this. Almost a big choke slam. But Stephanie staying on top of it, even though she got it turned back around. 1. And only a 1 count. You gotta wonder too, are the women of the NWO, are the women of the Walker Sisters, are they going to get involved in this match at all? It is a hardcore title match. Extreme rules apply, so there won't be a disqualification for it. So will they get that stuff going, or will they not? Will they not even have to? And still only a 1 count. Goes, hooks the leg again. 1, 2. And this time a 2 count, so back up to a 2 count. And you got to be looking at it. You got to be going like, hey, Melinda's got to find a way to turn this thing around and turn it around quickly. Now, somebody pulled that off the top. And again, we talked about, you can see her talking with Yuri on the outside, and that allows Samantha a chance to get up. Stephanie taking off the other turnbuckle pad, and look at the chops. Melinda again tries to get out of the way, and because it's a hardcore match, the referee is not going to put those back up. So for the rest of the match, those are going to be off, and she uses that right in the turnbuckle pad, right to her advantage. And look at that, Fafo slam out of nowhere. You want to F around, you are going to find out. And already a 2 count. If that doesn't show you how powerful that move is. Samantha has been dominating the match, and then Melinda able to take all that offense, turn it back around, one Fafo slam, and look, this is what I'm talking about. There is no DQ, so going over into that side, probably not the best thing that could be going on. Falls will count anywhere as well. Referee getting out of the ring now, trying to stay on top of that action. And this might be a mistake right here by Samantha. Samantha had her over in her own corner. But now realize this, stuff that happens on the outside of the ring has a lot more impact. And she went to hit her, miss, and then got hit with the ladder. This could be the first fall of the night. And no, finds a way yet again to kick out. And really using the entire arena against her, throwing her into that corner post. A huge slam lands right on the back of her head, but Melinda getting back up to her feet. One chop, misses the other one. Couldn't tell what was happening right there. Thought she might have tapped out, but look at this, delivering punches right to the top of her head. And one good corner post deserves another, throws her right back into that ring post, but Samantha has been finding a way to get back out of it, but this time Melinda not having it, throws her into it again. And again gets put right back up on top, but instead of a submission move, a big slam. Did that knock the wind out of her? And the first fall of the match happened, so Melinda's got to find a way to get it turned back around and quickly. Samantha up right now, 1-0. Well, this will do. This will start getting things turned around with a quickness. Remember, it is 2 out of 3 falls in this match. Can Melinda find a way? Well, 1 table shot, 2 table shots. That might do it right there. Referee taking her time. 1. And only a 1 count right there. Now you would think if she could get that Fafo slam on the... Oh, thought she was going to get it right there, but Samantha gets it turned back around. But thought the Fafo slam was going to go down right there. You got to believe if that happens on the outside of the ring, no way Samantha will be able to kick out of it. She hit her with it inside the ring, and she was having a problem there. And again, it kind of looked like she was going for it. Huge choke slam. Goes, hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, and we have a brand new WCW Women's Television Champion.
Your winner and new WCW Women's Undisputed World Television Champion, the Hammer, Samantha Walker.
So brand new Women's Television Champion Samantha Walker able to find a way. Now you saw the stuff that happened right there in the middle where the Walker sisters got involved. Now, and I said this on Monday Night Nitro, the person who is probably the most disappointed now that Melinda has not got one of the titles has got to be the world champion. You can't go on 2 title runs the way she has gone on and not think that she isn't getting a shot at Fall Brawl for the WCW Women's World Title. So we'll see who holds on to it here tonight. The only way she doesn't get the shot is if Shyanne can beat Ozzy. But if she does not, if Ozzy retains that title belt, Melinda will be getting her shot against Ozzy at Fall Brawl. Obviously, the NWO is not going to wrestle the NWO, but
the following contest is an Extreme Rules match and is for the WCW Women's Extreme Championship.
But now it's like, okay, so one title is gone. Probably like the silver lining, though, for the NWO is they're probably just glad the corporate syndicate wasn't the one that ended up with that belt. Doesn't mean that they won't get a shot and win the belt, but probably just glad that they didn't do it. But the NWO going to get another shot right here tonight. Matter of fact, right now, to try to bring home another title belt, and not just any title belt. They are going to try to find a way to get this title belt not only out of the hands of the syndicate, but then back with the NWO. So now we have seen Melinda's tag team partner, Vanessa LeVay. She has won the United States title belt, now trying to put another title belt under or around her waist. So will she be able to do it here tonight? What is going on, Herbie? Welcome to the stream. Lexi Hart now making her way down to the ring. Gonna put that WCW Hardcore title on the line. Lexi's showing off that title belt. And look, she has been underestimated in every single hardcore match, and yet she has still found a way to come out on top.
Introducing the challenger from Manchester, New Hampshire, the specialist, Van Nelson Lady. And her opponent from New York, the WCW Women's Extreme Champion, Lex E.
So again, Lexi Hart, continually underestimated, ends up winning 2 title belts, a tag team title belt and a singles title belt, all in one night, since the Hart sisters have lost that title belt. But every time she comes into this hardcore match, it looks like she is the underdog, even though she is the champion. Can she prove here tonight that she is not the underdog? Can she prove here tonight? I love all the scammers. They're like, hey, we got $45,000. We're just trying to give to you, sir. I bet that's what you're trying to do. But right off the bat, Vanessa LeVay off to a quick start. And we have seen this, though, against Lexi, where Lexi doesn't get off to a fast start. But I think after Vanessa watching the last match, she probably is not going to take anything for granted right here. And look at this, head right off of that trash can, and it is only going to take one fall. Only one to win this title belt. This is not a 2 out of 3 falls count match. This is a one fall, a one and done. So Lexi now trying to get a little bit of revenge back on Vanessa for hitting her with that trash can so many times. And again, really the great equalizer is on the outside of the ring. Vanessa trying to get back to her feet. Lexi kind of with a long reaching punch, but now goes, hooks the leg. One. And only a one count. And it's right about the time you start thinking that Vanessa is going to get this thing turned back around, or that Lexi's going to get this thing turned back around. Vanessa not having it. I think Vanessa understanding that you can't let your guard down. And not only ducks the grab, turns it into some offense and drops her right on the back of that table. Now, will we see her use that table? That remains to be seen. But here we go. Picks her up and right back down. Flops her on top of the table. Do we have a new hardcore champion? We do. Vanessa LeVay is the brand new WCW Women's Hardcore Champion.
Here is your winner and new WCW Women's Extreme Champion, the Specialist Van Nelson Lady.
So Vanessa LeVay right back in the winning circle, right back with another title belt around her waist. And look, I got to tell you guys something that we missed in the last Nitro. If you guys aren't ready for this, sit down, buckle up. Some big things happened. I wish Rowdy was here. I was trying to wait for Rowdy to come, but look, I got to tell you, Rowdy, by winning the tag team title belts on Monday Nitro, became the very first Grand Slam WCW champion, meaning every title belt that he is eligible to win, he has now won. He has won the world title. He has won the United States title. He has won the television title. He has won the hardcore title, and he has won the tag team title belts. And he's only one belt away from also becoming a Universal Grand Slam champion. But look, it's harder to get up into the Universal title picture, but it's easier to become a Grand Slam champion. They only got 3 belts. In the WCW, you have 5 to 6, depending on if you're a cruiserweight or not. So harder to win, and he becomes the very first Grand Slam champion in the history of the WCW. First one to do it. There's not even anybody close to doing it, and he did it. So, hats off to Rowdy, the leader of the corporate syndicate. But now, and you see, okay, I'm going to say your name 2 different ways. I'm going to say Repentia. Repentia, type 1, if that is how you say it, Repentia, or type 2. If it's Repentia. 1 for Repentia, 2 for Repentia. You tell me which way it's supposed to be said. Oh, see, she knows. She knows who the job owners are. Repentia. Okay, so from that, I'm just gonna, it's gonna be hard habit to break.
The following contest is a tag
But I'm gonna
team
do it.
match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, the Universal Women's World Tag Team Champions and the WCW Underground Non-Stop Champions, the Game Crashers.
You see the Gate Crashers, obviously the Universal World Tag Team Champions, but also then you look at Sarah, and Sarah's also got the Survival title belt as well. We have seen Repentia hold quite a number of the WCW Special Series title belts. That's true. And that's my problem. It's like dumb American, you know what I mean? Like I read it and I'm like, Repentia. Repentia. Ch-ch-ch-chia.
And their opponents, the WCW Extreme, the Tag Team Classic Champions, Retribution.
But it's still gonna be hard. I'm gonna try. I'm hoping that we don't have any slips, but right now you are looking at the current WCW 8 women tag team champions holding Special Series title belts as well. Sid B and Anita T making their way down to the ring. So you got a pair of tag teams right here. Not easy to win the 8 women tag team title belts. Obviously not easy to win the Universal tag team title belts. But 2 top-notch teams in this match. No title belts are on the line, but they are getting warmed up for what is going to happen in Fall Brawl, the very next episode and the very next pay-per-view event. So guys, while we have a chance, remember, drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, turn on the bell notification so you don't miss any time we go live, share the video. Look at that, Sarah going up top right in the middle of us saying whatever we wanted to say. But Sarah going up top, hitting Sid with a missile drop kick. Sid, though, just took the missile drop kick, said no way. Sarah then going right back to the torpedo, hits her, finally takes her off her feet, and then realizes because of the size difference, she is going to have to use the entire ring to try to come out on top. Repentia now doing the same thing, using the ropes to gain a little bit of momentum coming off to make it a little bit more powerful. You can look at the size of Repentia and you're like, oh, okay, well, definitely a speedy wrestler. Not her style. You can also tell by all the bloody handprints all over her outfit, more of a power wrestler than anything else. And right now, you're looking at, even though they're giving up the size, and they do give up size to most of the wrestling teams in the women's division, but Sid B going for the grab, Repentia going for the single leg takedown and taking Sid B down to the ground, probably where she needs her to be at. A lot less dangerous when Sid is on the ground. You let Sid get to her feet, you let her get doing some stuff, and you could find yourself in a lot of problems, really quick. Sid B now saying, hey, let's get this thing turned back around, tagging her partner in, Anita T. Now you look at the Gate Crashers. They have been doing this at least for a while with each other. They may be new in the WCW. They may be new here in Season 6, but they have been doing a lot of tag team matches together. They have wrestled a lot of individual matches. They have had a lot of experience in the ring, where you see Anita T and Sid B also new, but coming later and now just becoming a new tag team. Are we going to see that play out here a little bit tonight? Are we going to see the clunkiness maybe a little bit? Or maybe the Gatecrashers a little bit overconfident. Maybe they get a little bit overconfident. We've seen Repentia, one of the top ladies in line for the world title shot. Melinda now jumping up on that list as well. Cheyenne getting her shot here tonight. So Ozzy has the list. And Repentia and Ozzy have been going after it for quite some time, back and forth. But the interesting part of it is every time Repentia fights Ozzy, the first time it did not go well at all. The second time was a heck of a fight. What will the third time bring? Will there be a third time? Can Ozzy hold on to that title belt here tonight? If she does, can she hold on against Melinda at Fall Brawl? The next part of it, what if Cheyenne wins? Does that then give Repentia a shot at the world title at Fall Brawl? So lots of things could happen. A lot of things will determine what that match card is going to look like at Fall Brawl. A lot of things that are going on here tonight. Sarah now goes, hooks the leg, and Anita T, the Destroyer, able to get in. And look at that! Anita ducking that punch. And as soon as she did, I think Sarah realized, whoa, I got to focus on what's going on over here. Now hits her with that spinning leg, and now Anita T and Sarah get to finish what they had started just a couple minutes ago. And Anita T on top right now. And Anita T, you look at her, she's you look at Sarah and Anita, both kind of like the medium-sized wrestlers, but with a name like the Destroyer, you know, flying off the top ropes, yeah, maybe she does it, but that probably is not the style, probably not the forte. Really kind of like Repentia, also more of a power wrestler than anything. So Anita T gets tagged in, gets things turned back around a little bit, but now Sarah laid out in the center of the ring. Repentia jumps in and already right back in charge with Sid B. Now does Sid see her going up to the top? Here we go, bloody gumdrop. She did see her, and look at the stomp. What a reversal right there. You can see Repentia really not expecting to miss that, and now Sid B using that to her advantage. Getting back in control, goes, hooks the leg, 1, 2. And Repentia able to kick out in 2, but you can see a toll has been taken on Sid. Sid now tagging Anita in. Repentia trying to get back up to her feet. What is going on, Anita? Welcome to the stream. And look, you know, Anita, really good teammate. Anita's like, hey, she went out last night. She found a nurse's outfit and is ready to help nurse Digital Dogs back to health. You know what I mean? That's a good teammate, no matter what you do or what you say. Good teammate. Now Sarah going, trying to get her right there, and you look at the background of Sarah, knowing she's a dancer, and she has got a lot of moves that are very smooth like a dancer. Repentia also same background, don't get me wrong. However, also likes the bloody handprints. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of things going on there. Now Anita getting back up to her feet, trying to get things going. Whoa, runs over, hooks the leg. And Sarah able to get in there and kick her out with nothing going down. Takes a boot upside of the head. She took the boot upside her head. And a big power slam. And look, Sid B, obviously power wrestler. Anita, also a power wrestler. Repentia, also a power wrestler. Where you got Sarah. Sarah, very finesse. Not saying there ain't power behind it, but definitely one of the more technical wrestlers that is in the ring. That's what I'm talking about. Practicing the good bedside manner, you know what I mean? So Repentia might be trying to set her up for it again. I think Sid understands what's going on. The timing a little bit off. Huge crossbody. Will she take it to the top? Thought she was going to tag Sarah and instead goes for the pin. 2, 3, and that was a good call. Goes for the pin instead and gets the pin.
Here are your winners, the Game Crashers.
Now that's one of those things though you kind of expected. You look at who holds the Universal Tag Team title belts, and you look at who does not hold the tag team title belt. So then you got to automatically say, well, look, they've got to be the favorites to win this match. Now, what you probably didn't expect is for it to be such a long fight. It was a very good fight. And then you look, what does that mean going forward? If Anita T and Sid B can get in the ring with the current Universal World Tag Team Champions and put on a show, are they ready for the next step? Are they ready to start looking further? Now, they still have the tag team title belts, the 8 women tag team title belts that they're going to have to defend first. But once that is done, are they looking maybe to step up to the WCW World Tag Team title picture? Very well could be. Maybe they've got something else in mind. Now, we talked about it at the top of the show. This is one of those matches, I tell you every time that I schedule a dream match. This is that match for this episode. You'd think it would be Ozzy.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from wherever he wants, weighing in at 273 pounds, the Virus, Jake Pump.
You'd think it would be Ozzy and Shyanne. And don't get me wrong, that is a dream match. We have seen the match a couple times. But seeing this match, you see the brand new attitude of Jake Plague. And I long told you, when Jake gets rolling, watch out. I have heard some stuff that Jake has got some plans of his own. But now, tonight, getting a chance to step in the ring with a former WCW World Champion, Paul the Thing. 2 big guys just going to get after it in the ring. Very different styles, but I have a feeling that their styles counter one another. So this isn't going to come down to who's faster. This isn't going to come down to who is stronger. This is going to come down to who can react faster, who can think faster on their feet, and who can change up what they're doing while it's happening. Who can change up the strategy while the strategy is unfolding right before them. That is what this match is going to be about. Now the other...
Representing the new foundation from Pangea, weighing in at 303 pounds.
Now the other thing that the last match did, you look at the Gate Crashers. Repentia goes out, has a hard match, like hard fought, a good win. Ends up being the one that actually pins. So again, depending on what happens in our main event here tonight, depending on what happens with Shyanne and Ozzy, if Shyanne wins, you got to believe Repentia is the one that gets a world title shot at Fall Brawl. If Ozzy wins, you got to believe the New World Order is sending Melinda in there to try to win. And then, just imagine that. They've already got Matt Storm that holds the United States and the world title. Could they do the same thing on the women's side? Very, very interesting. What's going on, Witcher sister? Welcome to the stream. And we see this quite a bit. Quite a bit from Jake Plague. He likes to get a fast start, but Jake Plague, a brand new look, a brand new mohawk even, and a brand new attitude. Is that attitude going to come out here tonight? And this is the other thing. Paul the Thing, a former WCW world champion. So when you look at the tag team of Sentinel and Paul the Thing, the new foundation, both former WCW world champions. I mean, that team alone, we haven't seen them do a lot of stuff in the tag team division, but if they decided to, watch out. What's going on, Agent Destin? Welcome to the stream. Referee count already up to 7. Now up to 8. And look, I don't know, to be fair. Oh, Paul jumps back in. He's going to show you why. He was a WCW World Champion, and look at the power right there, picking him up above. Some of the countouts are at 20, some of them are at 10. In this particular one, there's only 2 that were above 20. Something kept happening with some stuff, and every time I'd get out and come back in, it would jack things up, so I gave up. I was like, look, I got to get the right people in the matches, and I got to get this thing started. But yeah, countouts will be at 20. And look at that. We saw it happen earlier tonight, but the same thing. Paul's showing you the absolute power, and he sits at just the right depth where Plague thought he would jump in and back him up, but Paul, refusing to give any ground, does not back up, and just shows you the kind of veteran he is. But Jake's got this crazy, he's got this crazy style. He is doing things that we don't see a lot of big men do. A lot of knee strikes, a lot of different things that require some coordination. And this, when you see him wrestle, it's not like a big man couldn't do any of these things. But when you see it happening, you're like, oh, he's not doing the stuff where he's bouncing off and doing springboard maneuvers off the whatever. It's still highly coordinated. Goes for the headbutt right there. Paul says, no thank you, sir. And now takes him over into the corner. Has him backed out. What is he doing right here? Whips him now into the ropes. And hits him again. And now Paul getting all kinds of fired up, letting the crowd know what is about to come downtown. Julie Brown, double axe handle. Back to the head, and is he going to try to end it right here? Maybe he is, maybe he isn't, I don't know. All I know is he's got some bad intentions. Getting up to his feet and tried it again, but this time, all for naught. Jake Plague waiting on him and a huge power bomb. Will he go for the pin? No, chooses to do his fingernails for him. He's like, hey, let me get them fingernails for you, buddy. Looking a little bit long. Little long in the claws there, partner. And he's got 3 of the fingers. Can he make it 4? Again, right back to those like very hard knee drives to the chest, to the jaw, to the head area. Gets Paul back up on his feet and says, hey, let's stand toe to toe. Let's stand monster to monster and see who can come out on top of that. Paul looking like he was getting the worst of it, starting to fight back now, but Jake not having it, splits Paul open. And look, obviously too tall to be doing any kind of Pele kick, so he lays on his back, and his leg is big enough to reach up and hit Paul in the head anyway. That's the kind of things that make you go, huh? That's the kinds of things that make you go, what the hell did I just see? Did you guys see that? That's the kind of things that win wrestling matches. So, tries to get him locked in. You can see Paul looking very gassed right now. But again, he goes for that headbutt. Paul fights through it, takes him over, drops him head first again into the corner. And can Paul end it right here? Can Paul call it? Make it all over but the crying. Picks him up. And that is Paul the Thing's finisher. 1, 2, 3. And I think what you saw right there was the hubris of Jake Plague getting the best of him.
Here is your winner, Paul the Thug.
It looked like Jake had him dead to rights quite a few times. Paul, though, fighting through, avoiding those big headbutts. You got to think that if Jake could have got any one of those headbutts in, it would have been over. But then, instead, Jake comes up with a couple really big moves, but instead of going for the pin, keeps going on with the match. And I think because of that, you end up seeing Paul able to come back and get the pin right there. What's going on, R2K? Welcome to the stream, brother. Brand new hardcore champion. And again, R2K, we talked about this on Nitro. R2K will get his world title shot. It just won't be at Fall Brawl. And then you wonder, who is it going to be against also? Like, is it going to be against Rowdy? Is it going to be against Matt Storm? We'll just have to wait and see. But the hit squad of the New World Order getting ready to come down.
The contest is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 429 pounds, the Hit Squad.
Now tonight has been really interesting. We have seen the corporate syndicate Mimi beat Heather D of the NWO. Then we saw Vanessa LeVay of the NWO beat Lexi Hart for the women's hardcore title. Now, we're going to see the NWO and the corporate syndicate face off again in the center of the ring. We're also going to see them do it in the main event for the women's world title belt. But right now, tied up here tonight, 1-1. And you know these two teams very, very competitive.
And their opponents at a combined weight of 405 pounds. The Universal World Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, the Syndicate.
So you know that regardless, even though it's only bragging rights, these guys fighting for the bragging rights here tonight. The Universal Tag Team title belts not on the line here in this match. It does make you wonder, though, even though Kempty Watson and Cecil Davis, one of the longest reigning, they go all the way back to early in season 1, one of the longest reigning tag teams in the game. Kind of, you look at them, it kind of reminds you of the Hardys a little bit, you know what I mean? They have never won the Universal Tag Team title belts. Vampiro, a 3-time Universal Tag Team Champion. Zach Hamilton, a one-time, and the oldest team out there, hasn't won these title belts yet. So you got to believe that at some point they will be challenging whoever for these title belts, but has not been able to do it as of yet. So they have won multiple WCW Tag Team title belts, just have not won the Universal Tag Team title belts. And you look at the number of times they have challenged for it, they have only challenged one other time. They ended up losing to Rowdy and to Totes, but you got to believe it's coming. You just got to believe at some point these guys are going after it. Now, you look at the strategy for either one of these teams. You got 3 cruiserweights in the ring. You got 2 in the ring. You got Zach Hamilton, all 3 cruiserweights. And you have Cecil Davis, who is just out of the light cruiserweight. He is a light heavyweight and a light heavyweight. But really pretty evenly matched as far as size goes. Pretty evenly matched as far as talent goes. So this is another one of those matches. You look at it and you're like, hey, where did this match come from? Where did it come from? Where did it go? Where did this match come from? Cotton Eye Eric Bischoff. And you gotta believe it's a dream match. You want to see, who doesn't want to see these two guys going after it? You know what I mean? And rot-row for your SpaghettiOs. Your SpaghettiOs just got nuked in the microwave. Finishing move from the New World Order, but Zach Hamilton able to get in there and break it up. Sometimes, too, you look at the New World Order and you're like, wow, these guys could have won the match. They could have did this. They could have did whatever. And look, we talked about the hubris of Jake Plague. How about the hubris of Vampiro? Throws Cecil Davis into the corner and then starts going to town on him right in front of his tag partner. But no tag team title belts on the line. But both teams, you got to believe they want to set a tone. Both teams have got to know that they are going to meet at some point, and they are going to meet for these title belts. You know what I mean? So, and even if it's not these title belts, it'll be the WCW World title belts. It'll be the 8-man tag title belts. But at some point, they are going to be meeting for some title belts. So you kind of want to set that tone with that other team to let them know, hey, you don't want to be challenging this. You don't want to come back in here and try to be running your mouth and doing the things. When you see us, you want to steer clear of it. You want to leave this alone. This is not for you. Stop sign means stop. Oh, did you see that? You got Vampiro playing it up to the crowd and then just leads back a little bit. And Cecil ends up missing a shot at a big neck breaker, and then Cecil absolutely moves back just enough to miss the snake bite. Snake bite was incoming by Vampiro, but got back just enough so it barely hit him. He stays on his feet and then gets the match turned back around. Now hooks the leg again. One. And Vampiro able to kick out in one. Oh, whips him into a big boot. I thought they might have gone for a pin, but look at that. Vampiro really smartly able to get up and get his tag team partner in. Now Zach Hamilton in control of the match. Kempty kind of reeling a little bit, going like, what just happened? At one point we were in control, and then all of a sudden we hit a big move, and now there's a brand new legal man in the ring, and he's doing some damage. Referee up to a 6 count. Kempty sees the 7, getting back in the ring. 8 going on the downtown now. Zach Hamilton jumps in, sneaks in from behind. Just like a milkman stealing milk from your mama. Sneaks in the back door. And now right back in control of this match. Zach going, playing it up to the crowd. And look, at the end of the day, this becomes the problem for not just the New World Order, but for the corporate syndicate. You have got both of these groups being led by former horsemen. And you can see the attitude that both of these groups have. Look, Cecil just toying with them, lets them get it in. Tries to get it, but Zach Hamilton found a way, it looked like, to block Cecil. But that allows to get Vampiro, get things turned back around. Now Vampiro in control of the match again, going up top, not wasting any time. Oh, thought he missed it. Cecil thought that he got out of the way. Vampiro gave him a little more help. Landed on his feet and then did the old flippity-doo-dah. Right back on top of him. Zach Hamilton, Hurricane Rana. Cecil now able to jump up and get his tag going. Kempty able to be just a little bit quicker right there. Not much, because look, you look at both the teams, they have got speed for days, right? They got attitude for days, they got speed for days, so that is why you're seeing a lot of back and forth action right now. And it is like these two teams have got each other's numbers. So obviously a lot of film study going in before this match started. A big slam right there. Hooks the leg and only gets a 2 count. Cecil setting up now. Oh! Almost hit him with the breach. But Zach able to stop the breach from happening. Goes up top. Hits him once, twice, 3 times a lady. Rolls up the leg, 2. But doesn't get 3 times the pinfalls, you know what I mean? Zach now heading up top. This has not worked out, but it works out this time, and this could be it. 1, 2, 3, and the Corporate Syndicate, the Universal World Champions, come away with the win.
Here are your winners, the Syndicate.
Zach Hamilton showing off what looked like to be a version of the bloody gumdrop that you see from Rapincha, but able to hit Cecil off the top rope and get the 3 count. Again, title belt's not on the line, but what a big win against one of the longest tenured teams in the WCW. Now, getting down to the last 2 matches of the evening. NWO versus the Corporate Syndicate, but even a little bit more being represented here. JP had challenged Jay Savage for leadership, but then a split happened. This happened. JP attacked Jay Savage in the back. They had a match. That went how it went. Now another match getting ready to happen between these two right here tonight. So now the current Vice President
is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, representing the Syndicate from Salt Lake City, Utah, weighing in at 193 pounds, JP.
The VP, JP, making his way down to the ring, getting ready to do battle with the New World Order. So far here tonight, the Corporate Syndicate up 2-1 on the New World Order. Can they put it out of reach right here? Again, at the end of the day, does it really matter? No, but there are some bragging rights. There is momentum. And this could be weakening the momentum of the New World Order going into Fall Brawl. You're going to see the Corporate Syndicate face off against the New World Order at Fall Brawl. At one point, we thought it was going to be the Horsemen and the Syndicate. Now, neither one really. It is the New World Order versus the Corporate Syndicate. So big things going on. Definitely do not want to miss the last 2 matches. And look, you don't want to miss what I'm going to show you afterwards. You want a sneak peek at what the TWC Performance Hall looks like. You're going to get a chance to see it. You're going to get a chance. I'm going to show you what the 5 titles look like.
And his opponent, representing the NWO from Tacoma, Washington, weighing in at 269 pounds, Jay Savage.
And look at Jay Savage giving a little bit of trolling right back to the Corporate Syndicate, showing that he still has his captain's jacket, he still has his leader's hat from the Syndicate. And showing that off here tonight, you know, obviously, Jay Savage, a member of the New World Order, but showing that he can wear their colors, any colors. It doesn't matter which colors he wears. And he's going to wear those colors here tonight to face off against JP. So we can see the Hulkster down ringside. We can see Totes McGoats, the leader of the NWO, and we can see Rowdy on JP's side, the leader of the corporate syndicate. Will any one of these three guys get involved in this match at all? Well, you wondered if they would. Hogan, just trying to help Savage out a little bit, picks him up. Picks JP up so that Savage doesn't have to waste any energy doing it. And now looking like they got the best seats in the house. Totes and Hulk look on. JP getting to work on, or Jay Savage getting to work on JP. Referee's count is up to 5. And looking like he's trying to work over that arm, make sure that JP can't use that arm. Oh, JP saw it happening last match, realized what was going on, got back to his feet to get back in control of this match. And look at the absolute distrust and dislike on the face of JP. Where you can see Savage wrestling doesn't even make it personal. Savage kind of loosey-goosey, having fun with it. JP, on the other hand, not looking like he has got one purpose in life, and that is to inflict damage in that ring. And that's going to be the theme of this match. It was the theme of the match the last time as well. You look at JP, he's going to have the quickness advantage. Savage going to have the power advantage. And right there, because of the height advantage, JP able to duck underneath the slap to the face. And it looked like he was going to be in charge right there. Looked like he was going to get back in control of the match. Hogan reaching in, missing the foot of JP, but Savage back in control. And look, JP just a little bit quicker right now, able to get out of the way and not take a lot of direct heat. And Jay Savage able to kick out in 2. And this is his finishing move. Is that gonna be it? Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. And JP comes away with the win again.
Here is your winner, JP.
And look, I think it's one of those things where he came out, he's wearing the colors, JP, then all of a sudden, instead of JP losing his mind and doing things, JP becomes laser focused. Jay Savage kind of controlling things, but then JP comes out, hits him with the finisher, and able to get in and out of the ring with a quickness. So now it is down to the last event, the main event of Thunder. The greatest Universal Women's World Champion ever, going after Ozzy, the greatest WCW Women's World Champion ever. They are going to meet in the ring tonight. Shyanne trying to gain her very first WCW Women's World title. Not getting a lot of shots at it because for the longest time, she held on to the Universal World title. So didn't get a lot of shots tonight. She does get that shot. What is going on? R.R. Jones, welcome to the stream.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WCW Women's World Championship.
So again, we talk about dream matches. This obviously is one of them. And Shyanne also holds the Money in the Bank briefcase. So, lots of things going on with that. You look at on the men's side, Jakai winning on Monday Night Nitro now holds, he is now the WCW Mr. Money in the Bank. Shyanne, the WCW Mrs. Money in the Bank, but gets a shot here tonight at the world title. And gets that shot without using the briefcase. Guys, remember, while we got a chance, drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, turn on the bell notification so you don't miss any time we go live, share the video if you're one of the 12,000 new viewers out there and you don't have an account. Make a YouTube account. It is absolutely free. Subscribe to the channel. That is absolutely free. Like the video, share the video, but this way you will get the notifications when we go live, and at the end of the day, obviously, it helps YouTube understand what we got going on here, that people love watching it, and it will help get more people in and seeing what is going on in our community. It will help grow the community. So, any help you guys give out there, much appreciated. We also have memberships. If you don't know what a membership can do, check the end of the last video on Nitro. I showed you what is going to happen this year. You have a better shot of winning it if you are a member. Member basically gives you a free ticket out of the first round. So, lots of stuff. You want to be in the WCW. One of the perks of membership, even if you don't have the game, I have to make you a wrestler in the game.
Introducing the challenger from St. Louis, Missouri, the Extreme Tiger Davis. And her opponent from the Queen City, the WCW Women's World Champion, the phenomenal one, Moxley.
Boy, you think about that. If I've got to make a member of the channel a wrestler in the game, what happens when we get more than 100 members? I need the game to make more than 100 COD slots is what I'm saying. But that is neither here nor there. Right now, getting ready for this match. Main event of the evening, WCW Women's World Title Belt on the line. The show before Fall Brawl, so you know the Women's World Title will be on the line again there. Based on the outcome of this match, will we see Melinda getting her very first shot at the World Title, or will we see Repentia getting another shot at the World Title? Came very close last time to winning it. Can that change here tonight? Again, Melinda, a member of the NWO. Shyanne, a member of the NWO. So if Shyanne can win right here, it'll be Repentia versus Shyanne. If Ozzy wins, it will be Ozzy versus Melinda. So lots of things going on right there. Yeah, that would be good. 200 slots, 150 for wrestlers, 50 for sword and support. Yep, I totally agree. And realize this, both of these women can end your night in 3 moves. And I'm not just saying that, I point it out all the time. I'll be like, 1 move, 2, up, and there's the 3rd one. Done. Ozzy can do the same thing. She has got not just the Yellow Brick Road, which is her finisher. She has also got a setup move called Somewhere Over the Rainbow. And that, used right before the Yellow Brick Road, can end your night in a hurry. Now, we've got to say it. The title cannot change hands on a countout. Referee's count already up to 8. And somehow, I thought that was all over. I thought that was it. But somehow, Ozzy making it back in to the ring. And look, that should show you what kind of champion she is. Does not want to win this thing, even if it's a loss, but doesn't want to retain the title belt on a countout. So she did everything she could, made sure that she got back into the ring in time. And now starting to deliver quite a beating to Shyanne. Shyanne reeling a little bit, trying to get it turned back around. And wisely, I think, very wisely getting out. But does she see what's about to happen? Big elbow drop onto the outside. Shyanne grabbing her chest. What kind of damage did that do to Shyanne? Ozzy getting back in the ring. Shyanne now getting back up to her feet. And look, Totes up there talking to Ozzy like, hey, what's going on? And Rot-Row SpaghettiOs hooks the leg, 2. And that, we almost had a new champion right there. So if you wondered if the NWO was going to get involved, there is your answer. They are getting involved right now. Now, this is another thing. Shyanne needs a little bit of space to do her finishing move. She needs a little bit of space to hit you with the 8-second ride. So we're getting down to the point of the match where you really do not want to allow her that space to do that. Ozzy, though, look, I mean, very disciplined, waiting inside the ring. And there it is, jumps in, 8-second ride. Do we have a brand new WCW Women's World Champion? No, we do not. Not yet, at least. Ozzy's showing you what kind of champion she is, what kind of grit she has, what kind of toughness. Oh, look, McWayne getting up now. McWayne distracting Shyanne. And Ozzy now back in control. She gets back up, but not fast enough. And it looked like she was getting ready to take her to or down the yellow brick road, but Shyanne getting that turned back around in time, getting out of the way, not allowing that to happen. Now hooking her up in the trio. Whoa, what is she going to do right here? Oh, the underhanded tactics of the New World Order. But Ozzy right here working on trying to get her back. Shyanne, and back and forth these two go. You know, 2 of the greatest women's world champions at different levels, but 2 of the greatest champions of all time. And they are absolutely showing you why they are where they are in the pecking order of the Women's World Division. Again, it looked like McWayne was going to get up. Looked like McWayne was going to try to get involved. But then getting down, Ozzy now picking Shyanne up. And a huge neck breaker right there. Is that going to do it? 1, 2. And Shyanne able to kick out in 2. Here we go. And it is the yellow brick road. Is that gonna do it? 1, 2. And Shyanne finds a way to kick out. So both women now have kicked out of the other person's finishing move, and how they did it, don't even know. It's not like they kicked out at the beginning of the match. Lots of things happening in this match. Both wrestlers wore out, and both wrestlers still found a way to kick out of the other person's finishing move. Now that has been a prelude, but that might even do it. 1, 2, 3, and Ozzy will retain the WCW Women's World Champion.
Here's your winner, and still WCW Women's World Champion, the phenomenal one, Oxley.
So you know what that means. That sets up a match between not just Ozzy, but between Ozzy and Melinda, who will face off for the WCW Women's World Champion in Fall Brawl. Absolutely crazy. But guys, that is going to do it for us here tonight. So just remember, I'm not going to give you the big speech today. Remember, just let's be kind to one another. Let's show each other a little bit of grace while you're out there in the world doing the things. We've got some bonus things coming up, so don't leave. I am going to say the thing that looks like we're ending, but there is bonus footage that is coming. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, stick around. But from all of us here at the Totes My Goats Wrestling Network, to all of you guys out there and everybody in the community, come join the community. It's a great place to be. Join, and we've got it pinned in the comment section. Join the Discord. But I appreciate everything everybody does out of the community. I appreciate every one of you guys, and we will catch all of you guys in the next one. Peace. Except I didn't leave. So, since I didn't leave, let's go ahead and switch some things up here real quick. That way we can see what's going on. I don't even think I need that anymore. So, I'm going to pull off the headset. That way we can give the head a little break. But, let's check this out. We've got, if you guys want to see what it looks like, what the TWC Performance Hall now looks like. We're going to check out the titles. Let's check out the news real quick and see what happened. Yep, brand new. Yep, brand new. Yep, and Rob has been cleared. Nice. The brand new TWC Arena. Gonna see some of the people that are involved. Of course, that's not everybody. But some of the people that are involved, now we're not gonna, I don't want to watch the show on here. This won't be the opening show. They won't fight for title belts in this one. This will happen next week. We'll have Fall Brawl, which, to be honest, we could have it as early as tomorrow. We're going to have something tomorrow. It'll either be Fall Brawl or it will be the bonus podcast that you guys earned today, hitting our podcast numbers. So it could be Fall Brawl, could be the podcast, but we'll have one or the other. And then we'll have a Nitro. We will have the Wednesday or the Monday Night Wars, where the Universal titles are on the line. Remember, that's every other week we do that. we'll have the Thunder, and then we will have the TWC. And at that point, we will be splitting up the rosters a little bit. So, yeah. It's not that people can't appear on and do whatever, but it's really going to be a show where the younger talent or struggling talent even gets to go in there and fight. It will be televised so that we can see what's going on with that. Now, looking at the championship belts, let's check out what these championship belts look like. Actually pretty cool. So we'll look at the TWC World Title. Look at the state of that. Like, who wouldn't want to win this belt? It says Totes My Goats on it. It's because I need a placeholder. So that is the world title. Then we'll look at the Intercontinental title. It's funny, if you look really close at this belt, especially just off where the world is, you can see skulls kind of ingrained into there. Same with, oh, well, let me take it over. But same with the other side plates. You're in the TWC, Agent Destin. And then the men's. This is a neat idea, I think. But the men's, the belt's so big. I've always wanted to have a big belt, but the men's tag team title belts. Now, what's funny about this, you can look. We started in TSW. You see the WWE logo because we advanced to that. We advanced to the WCW, so looking at the plates on the side. And the NWO has also been a group that has hosted shows, right? They've had a Nitro, they had this, so I even put their symbol on there. But then you look at some of the greatest tag teams that have been out there. This isn't all of them. This just, you can only put 4, right? But the Syndicate, they've had their run. The Horsemen had a really good run. The Hit Squad and American Alpha, so they've all got their symbols on there too. But the tag team for the TWC right there. Hey, and shout out to Blaze. Blaze helped me with some of the logo stuff too, so we can make these title belts. Okay, so that's the men's. Then the women have a world title. Looks very similar, obviously, to the men's. But it says women in there. Of course, it says Totes My Goats. That's just the placeholder. That way, whoever wins the title belt, that's where their name will go, where it says Totes My Goats. But the women's world title. And then the women's tag team title belts. And that's the only 2 title belts for the women. So it's not going to be like the hardcore and the this and the that. Again, it's just the promotional thing to get going. TWC right there, women's tag team title belts. Pretty cool. I like the symbols and the symbolism of those things. So there's the title belts for that. So those are the 5 title belts that'll be involved in the Hall. Then we'll watch a match. Let's not a tournament. I just want to watch a match. Let's do Alacron and we didn't see Witcher tonight, so let's do that. Do Alacron and Witcher. We didn't see either one of those 2 tonight. So this is the show. the title screen will be different in the thing. I did this. I did a different theme. I did the 80s theme instead of this. But this is the brand new TWC arena. And then as of right now, we're not going to be doing pay-per-views with them. It's just going to be the additional bonus show, like a Nitro, like the NXT show is. Even though NXT, they do pay-per-views, that's too much. So this is just, we'll see our wrestlers. This is where they'll debut. They'll start making their way, and as they start gaining, you know, they're winning the world title, or, you know, maybe it's a tag team that are winning the tag team titles. You know, they'll advance up as we can get storylines for them. And like I say, you know, like you look at Sentinel at one point when he was on his like streak, Herbie, Vipiro.
From Austin, Texas.
You know, they might end up for a little while in the TWC.
Tony the Witch Cox.
And then they'll get back on a roll, and then they'll be back in. But it's not even the losing streaks. It's more of the storylines. You know, so if there's not really a storyline that you're involved in, probably in TWC. We have 100 wrestlers, so like it's tough. But I figured if we had something like this, it's not going to work exactly like NXT, but if we had something like this, that you guys would get to see more of your wrestlers. Especially like, instead of going, you know, 10 shows without seeing your wrestler, you won't have to go that far. You know what I mean? But I like the arena, it's big, you know, so again, this is going to be one of those things that is going to try to prepare, you know, the idea behind it is to prepare you for the WCW. They look solid. And sometimes, like, we get going, like Jake Plague, that's a good example. For whatever reason, I just can't, he doesn't get as much traction as I need him to get. But what if he's won the TWC World title a couple times? Well, now you've got traction. You know what I mean? Now you come in trying to take it to the next level. Now you come in trying to do the thing. The other thing that we'll see in the TWC, we'll see a lot of the WCW Special Series title fights. We'll see it in the TWC. We'll see some of them in the WCW still, but we'll see most of them in the TWC. These stats right here are outside of Universe Mode. I kind of feel it's important when I say that. Yeah, and I've got some other big ideas with this idea. Some other ideas I've got with this. We'll have to see, but right now we're laying the foundation for what could happen in Season 7. What if yeah, Electron has a head injury for 2 weeks. She's got a week left on that head injury. I forgot to put it in the breaking news section. Been super busy with the other stuff though. Like been really, really busy doing some things with, trying to pass these tests and these exams. So, hey, look. End of the day, there's a reason why Witcher is the Universal Champion. So, but I think one of the things that you could really pull from, Melinda's character is a great example. Not winning. All of a sudden, winning. It's a thing, and it happens. So, but guys, that is going to do it for us here today. So you got the bonus footage of what is to come. So in about 4 or 5 episodes, we'll see the TWC make its debut show. And this will come. Yeah, it comes at the end of Season 6, but we will see it carry in to Season 7. So when you look at now how the universe is set up, we look at this. You look at the calendar, and this is how it's set up now. Monday Nitro, then you have a minor show. This is a dark show where I do testing. You have, I can't make it every other week, but it is every other week. We'll have a televised version of the Monday Night Wars. Then we have Thursday Thunder. Now we've got the TWC Performance Hall show. Then you've got a dark show, which is Thursday or Saturday Night Wrestling. And now we've got Fall Brawl right there. So lots of cool stuff, and I hope we get at least one more pay-per-view in. I mean, you look at this, we are less than 6 weeks away from the new game dropping. So when that new game drops, we have to recreate all this. I have to recreate all the arenas. We have to recreate all the wrestlers. We have to recreate all the things. The neat thing about all the things, the neat thing about recreating the stuff, not everybody is going to be recreated. Obviously, if you're in the shows and you're doing everything, then yeah, you're in, right? But if you're not, and you're not letting your presence known, you won't be in the show. So it's important, and there's a waiting list, and there's people that really looking to get in to the shows. So could definitely open up some things. And then there's just some of the characters that I don't know that we could ever get rid of. You know what I mean? Like Ozzy, even though she's a real person, hasn't been around, she ends up becoming one of the greatest women's champions. So then you don't want her out of the show, because if it was me, if I was a woman, I would want to fight her. I'd be like, no, that's the one. Is she the best? Then I want to fight the best. So you've got that, where some of these characters have got a lot of history. Phoenix, don't see her. Mimi, you don't see her. But they used to be around, so they're kind of iconic characters. So that's the one thing where I'll struggle a little bit with it. I don't know. Do I get rid of them? Do I not get rid of them? So, but as we keep growing, it's going to force my hand where it'll only be active people. As we keep growing and as we keep doing the things, it'll only be active people. So yeah, we've got that. But guys, appreciate everything you guys do. Again, remember, drop the like, subscribe, do all the things. And I will catch slot demand. That is exactly right. I will catch all of you guys in the next one. Peace.